One day, Stepney the Bluebell engine was at his shed on the Bluebell Railway in England. It was a lovely December morning, and he was resting before his daily train. All of a sudden, Stepney had a thought. Why don't he go see his old friends in Sodor, as he had fondly remembered it during this time? About Rusty, about Thomas, and about all his friends that he had met on his travels through Sodor. He hadn't been there in years, and he decided to go back. With his driver and the railway's permission, Stepney left for Dover to get on a boat to Sodor. Once in Dover, he was loaded up onto a crane and then placed onto a boat, bolstered, and was ready to go to Sodor. Meanwhile, on Sodor, everyone was getting ready for a new day. Norman was leaving with some cars from Brendam, while Sir Topham Hatt was starting his day at Knapford. And all the engines were waking up at the shed. Good morning, everyone. It's December 21st, and you know what that means. 4 days till Christmas. Oh, it's an exciting time on Sodor. Thomas and the rest of his friends get ready for a new day. Meanwhile, on the narrow gauge railway, everything was already hustling and bustling, as Lick was getting some coal from the transfer yards, as Rusty was getting some stone at the Blue Mountain Quarry, as Duncan was waiting for his morning train to arrive at the station. Everything was great on Sodor. And then Stepney's boat arrived. As it pulled into port, Cranky looked over. My, is that Stepney I see? It's been a while since I've seen you here. It's good to be back. How are you, Cranky, on this fine morning? I'm very good, thank you, Stepney. But I really must get going. I have more ships to unload. Let me go ahead and unload you. After Cranky had unloaded Stepney, he filled Bolster up with some cargo and sent him on his way, out back to the mainlands. Stepney's adventure had just begun. As first, Stepney decided to go see his old friend, Rusty, on the narrow gauge railway, as he pulled out of Brendam docks. As he pulled into the transfer yards, he saw his good old friend, Rusty. Is that you, Stepney? My, it's been ages. Where have you been all this time? Back home in the Bluebell Railway? Yes, Rusty. All thanks to you. I got fully preserved and brought back to working order. Well, that's glad to hear. What are you doing out here, then? I came to see you. On Sodor, I'd missed it after all these years, and I decided to come back. Rusty thought that was amazing, and said for him to go see his good old friend Thomas. And Stepney rolled away. As Thomas had just gotten his firebox lit, and he was going out to take his morning train, when all of a sudden, someone rolled in. It was Stepney. Hello, Thomas. Stepney, it's been so long. What are you doing here? Well, I came to see everyone after it had been so long since I had been gone. Everyone was astonished that they hadn't seen him in many years. I thought you got into an accident with Rosie, said Emily in the back. Oh, I did. I got cleaned up at the steamworks and sent back to the Bluebell Railway after that, and I never came back. until now. So I decided to come see you guys again. That's great. Are you staying for the holidays? Probably. I don't know though. There might be a few Christmas trains that I might need to take. But one of my Bluebell brothers and sisters might get to it. It'll be fine. Well, that's great. I hope you have a great time on Soda. I gotta pull out and take my train. I'll see you later, Thomas. Bye. Stepney, wanting to help, decided to take some cars to Brenham Docks for one of the engines that currently couldn't do it, as Henry was out to the works. When all of a sudden, James with Hannah flew by, as James wanted to take her on a ride since they hadn't been out in a very long time. "Slow down, James," Stepney said, "or you'll have another crash." This time, he didn't. But then, after that, Tom Hat came on in. "Stepney, it's good to see you back again on the railway. And it's good to see you're helping out. Tonight, I want you to take the special Christmas Express all across the island. From Tidmouth to Knapford, to the seaside, to the mountains." "Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir." "I'll see you tonight, then." Later that night, Stepney came over to Tidmouth Station to pull his passenger train. "Oh, I'm so excited," Stepney said, as he waited for the points to change to let him leave the station. He also had the Chinese dragon with him, and in the back was Stephen, the rocket. "I'm ready for this, are you? We're both old and we're both glorious. And we're gonna head this train." "Well, I'm heading it and I'm not old, but, thanks for that." "You're welcome." As Neville had to pass first before they could let Stepney through. As afterwards, Stepney pulled out of the station. He was so proud as he pulled through Knapford Station, with crowds cheering as he headed toward the seaside. As he pulled through Brenham Docks, even Cranky was waving at him with his hook as he passed through the dockside. Through Maythwaite and on toward the narrow gauge railway. And the train ended at the station and would head back the other direction. "Wow, Stepney, that's a really cool train you have there," Rusty said. "It's the Christmas Express," Stepney said as he proudly pulled it into the station. "Bah, humbug," Duncan said in the distance. "Oh, mind yourself," Rusty says, as they laugh and catch up on lost memories. Hackle-hoo. And that is where this story ends.